What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy. Okay, I had someone ask me if I could make a John Deere skid steer. And this little set that came out that was 10 bucks a few years ago is a great start. So that's the original one. You can see, perfect, comes with the cage that opens up. If you guys missed this, it's the Lego City set. I'll try to think about including the number in the description. I modified it just a little bit, made it really easy, and added tracks. I think that's a big improvement to it, but being that this one is kind of an open cab and the real design has a third axle kind of up here to where you've got that triangle shape with the treads, I think that's what I'm going to try to build. So I wanted to start out with these, and what I'm going to do is modify this one. I think I bought 3 of these. I can't find the other one yet. I haven't really looked for it. I just knew where these were because they were right under my city. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to modify this one. Got some extra track here. Got my third axle. Actually, and I could just modify this one just to see, add some more stabilizers, which this will go right in there. As you can see, I'm just using a brick, and I'm going to put that in there, and that's just going to stabilize that a little more. So what we do, we pop the back off, and what I've got to do is a few different things to make this work. I got to move all that back to that, so all these studs have to go back 1, because when this goes down, when you put this higher, it makes it not want to go, it rubs against that front. So there's a little bit of modification all the way around to make this work. So I'm going to work on that, and we'll see the finished product here in a second. All right, so after basically a complete rebuild of this design, I'm calling this a mock instead of a mod. It's not a modification. You can see there are so many differences. The only real thing that's the same is the lift arms and the bucket. That's it. Let's look at the back. You can see now we're 4 wide instead of 6. I did use the stickers. Let's look at the bottom. So totally different wheelbase, tracks, tires. Let's look inside. So yeah, you can see there's differences inside too. We got rid of the roll cage. I wanted to try to use this, but man, it just wouldn't work. I couldn't get the angles right, so I did the bars. You can see, and they come out. I mean, they're just sitting there just for the shaping. Added some glass panes. Added some little rollers on the bottom just to try to keep that track kind of in line. So yeah, that works. What do you guys think? Give me some comments. Give me some feedback on this. I think it could be a little better, honestly. I really do. I don't know how. I'm looking at pictures. I've got half a dozen different pictures, different designs, and I'm going for a John Deere design more so than, say, a Case or Bobcat or whatever, Kubota styles. I mean, obviously the yellow for construction for the John Deere equipment. Yeah, I kind of stuck with that. I had a bunch of yellow to use. That's kind of why it's hard to get some of those pieces in orange, but I mean, it's really hard. Orange is really a hard color to get a lot of pieces in, or just have in your collection without specifically ordering them. So that's one of the reasons I don't do a lot of Kubota or orange tractor stuff, because I just don't have the parts or easily accessible, or they're never on the pick-a-brick wall at Lego at the store, and that's kind of why. But anyway, you can see this pops off the back. That's why we are super stacked on the back. I kind of started building, and then I'm like, well, crap, I don't want to take it apart, so I just added to it rather than making that a brick. But that pops on there just like that. I think that adds a little bit. It looks kind of dumb without it. You can see, yeah, it just looks weird. So having that extra piece on there kind of rounds out the back of the engine. So we go up, we can go, yeah, we go way back without tipping over, which was a goal. I had it a little bit front heavy or back heavy and it just tipped over. But yeah, having the bucket all the way up unrealistically and staying put was a goal. And you can see it rolls. You got to have some friction to it. I try to put one more link in and then it just looks like crap. So it goes free and smooth, no problem. Maybe not exactly like that, but hey, give and take. Anyway, somebody wanted me to do this as a build idea, to do a custom design, so I'm calling this custom because, yeah, that is nothing to it. This set only cost $10 when it came out a few years ago. If you guys missed it, maybe you can get it on Bricklink or eBay, semi-cheap. Or you can find the instructions and probably piece it together yourself for not much more than $10 anyway. But anyway, guys, that is my little custom skid loader, skid steer. I always called them a Bobcat growing up because that's one of the few brands that actually made them. So everything didn't matter the brand. It was just always a Bobcat. That was the like a backhoe, a road grader. This was the Bobcat. That's all it was. I don't know about you guys. That's how I grew up learning it. If you live in another country, I'm sure it's probably something totally different. But skid steer apparently is the actual terminology for that piece of equipment. Although I never even heard that word probably until the middle 2000s. It was always just Bobcat. So that's what we got. I do have another video that I did about a year and a half ago. And all it is attachments for the front end of it. Like, I know I've got an auger. I know I've got the brush, like a brush hog. I don't know if I did a blade, like a grater blade for it or not. I think I've got 3 or 4 different, maybe 5 different attachments. Pallet forks, I know, are on there. But yeah, check that out. It's in the video somewhere, probably in the custom mocks or something playlist towards the very bottom, or maybe, yeah, we'll just go with that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps add another little piece of construction equipment to my collection. Custom construction, actually. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully you liked it.